Hey Savvy people, it's SavvyNik here, and today we're going to continue playing Super Tux, and we can go ahead and ask questions in the live chat again. If you do have any questions about Linux or programming, please post them in the chat. Sai, yeah, that's right. We're upgrading things here on the chat. There is the option for stickers and stuff, but I have no clue how that works. Glad you noticed it. So let's go ahead and begin playing Super Tux. Of course, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the chat. Also, let me just get this other thing going. Hopefully you can hear the music in the background. Not sure that anyone cares, but it's there if you want to. So what I did from last time actually beat the level that I have been stuck on. Fine Wine, nice to have you here. Yeah, I'm excited too. So, like I said, beat the last level. I just couldn't handle it anymore. Didn't want to wait up anymore. And went ahead and beat it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Maybe we can actually beat some level today. Oh no. Savvy Dev? That's too bad. Oh, that's a good start. Nope, out again. There we go. If you're new and stopping by to watch this stream today, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button for me. It really does help me out. Run away from these guys. Let them go ahead and fall down. So we got a question from Fine Wine here. I was wondering if you could make a video about the Aptitude Package Manager and the Terminator Terminal. That's a mouthful. Yeah, I've actually thought quite a bit about making a video on Aptitude and using it, at least with Ubuntu. That one is in the works for sure. And Terminator I haven't used personally. It's definitely something I can write down and see and look at. Both good suggestions. Thank you for suggesting those. Again, if anyone else has questions, please feel free to go ahead and post them in the chat. All right. Not sure what I'm going to do here. This looks like we could... Oh, wow. Just have to get a good running start, that's all. Get to installation. Sai, you really wanted me to suffer, don't you? We didn't do too bad that last round, honestly. We made it pretty far. At least, further than we normally do. Alright, we're going to let those snowballs come down real quick. Linux from scratch, huh? That's another good idea, Savvy Dev. You like torturing me even more. Clearly. Alright, let's see if we can get a good running start here. Oh, did not jump at the right time. Sure, it's not difficult, it's just mind-numbing. Where am I from? The United States. Oh no. Fine wine, yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured it was, oh, it's similar to Tmux, so I'm pretty, is it not another just terminal? Like, GNOME terminal or anything like that? It actually has, like, Windows sessions and all that fun stuff. Tassif, nice to have you here. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it today. If you have any Linux or programming questions, please make sure to go ahead and post your questions in the chat. Try and answering them. Oh no, went to the wrong platform. Pink Snowball got me. So what are your thoughts on this Pink Snowball? Where is the Pink Snowball come from? I'm not sure I quite follow that. It's even got a little bow tie on its head. Oh. All right. Oh, we got the Bloat Master in here. Welcome to the stream. All right. We're doing so well. I think my first round was the best round, honestly. Oh, wow. I don't know how I cleared that. Barely made it by this Pink Snowball of death there. What do I study? I don't currently study anything. I'm out of university. What I did study was electrical engineering. Oh no. I'm hitting that space bar way too late there. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's nice to know, Fine Wine. Thanks for that. Okay. Well, Bloat Master has spoken. 144 hertz monitors are way too bloat. Just use a projector instead if you're going to even bother. At least we now know. Oh, don't want those snowballs getting me. Let them go pass by real quick. Well, the main thing I do is work. This is more of a hobby than anything. Oh, here we go again. Bunny hop? How do you make them bunny hop? SavvyDeb. Man, I cannot get across over here. I looked at Duskers. Looks kind of fun. Haven't tried it yet. Fine Wine. Definitely checked it out though. Are you playing that game now? I keep forgetting about these snowballs coming in on me. Always jump, never stop jumping. That's some nice advice. I wonder if we get up here, was that help us at all? Ooh. What's this? Ooh, look at this. I don't think I've ever ran into one of these. think this will give us a running start. Oh, yes, we got it. Made it across to the next platform. All right, if you have any Linux or programming questions, please go ahead. Feel free to post them in the chat. I'll try answering them. Also, go ahead and hit that like button for me if you haven't already. It really does help me out. I'd appreciate it if you smash it for me. Brings new members to the channel. Really helps. All right, let's continue here. Let's not get too excited. The air flower gives Tux the ability to glide in air for a few seconds while holding the jump key. Oh, great. You would think with that you would get something, but I guess you don't. Hey there, emo dude. Nice to see you. Glad you just showed up for the stream. It's a little bonus stream today. Glad to have you. Back to Nikita's question. You know, I do like a lot of different sports. As far as, well, when I say sports, not like watching sports. Cycling, snowboarding, that type of stuff. Like to do that in my free time. Let's see here. That looks like some people are trying to help you with wine. Well, that's alright. You just missed me beating that other level. No, I'm just kidding. I beat it before I got in here. Look at these little mini platforms. These are designed to make you fail, aren't they? Slow and steady. Not sure what this is for or how to even use this thing. How do I manage? I guess that's asking me how do I manage how do I manage my time? Well, yeah, that's probably the hardest part, isn't it? I stick to schedules. That's all I do. So work schedule, play schedule, the YouTube schedule. Keep those separated. All right. The best thing I've found is set aside a specific amount of time. And when you have that set aside for whatever you're doing, it helps out a lot, at least in my opinion. Also, if you're new and stopping by, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Go ahead, follow the channel so you can get more live streams. We try doing one every week. Yeah, maybe I need a real job. Maybe that's how much I get, so much free time, right? I think everyone on Discord knows what we're referring to there. Yep, Sai's already on it. All right. See, I'm a little worried here because I don't want to lose this. I see the checkpoint right here at the end. We've made it pretty far already. Oh, Brad, nice to have you. How are you doing today? Yeah, I know, but there's 3 things at a time here. Nikita, I appreciate it. Thank you for following. So I gotta get this little jumping guy, time the guy walking, and then time that icicle from falling. I just noticed there's an icicle as well. So maybe I should run and jump whenever. And yeah, there. That's how timing goes. AJ, nice to have you here. The question is, where did I learn Linux? Well, I've learned Linux kind of on my own for the most part. Just, I guess the first place I started was with a private server and just trying to get one running. And after time went by, I kind of just got more and more involved in the terminal. Also had a purpose of some old computers that I had lying around that I wanted to still use. And the operating systems I had on it, aka Windows, weren't working anymore for me. So I went ahead and installed it on there and just, practiced around a little bit. And then I also had it in a university class for programming. We used Linux, and that's kind of how I got started with it, and how I kind of learned how to use Linux. And now I kind of use it in a job setting as well, so that's very good practice for me, at least. Good to hear, Obrad. Self-study, yep, pretty much. If you can self-study, then you know you're passionate about it, right? And here we go. Yeah, if also asking questions. That's something people don't do enough of, in my opinion. Just ask questions. Don't be afraid to. I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is you don't get your question answered, right? So, it can be embarrassing sometimes to ask questions because, we all have stupid questions every once in a while. But what's stupider is if you don't ask the question. We all got to start somewhere, right? Of course, we got self-studying is bloat. Thanks for that, Savvy Dev. Words of encouragement. All right, we'll let these snowballs pass. AJ, another good question. Currently, I'm using Ubuntu. That's what we're playing Super Tux on today. I just find it the easiest to use and get documentation for programming. Most Linux distributions... I shouldn't say most Linux distributions are based off Ubuntu, but they're based off of Debian, and then Ubuntu is a nice second. There we go, we just made it here. So that's what I'm currently using. I'm also using Arch Linux on just for messing around with. All right, so Fine Wine's got a question about how we solve dependency issues. Specifically, it looks like for Steam. Do you know what dependency it's asking about? Usually what I like to do is just, copy and paste the dependency inside of Google, and then look at, and see if I can't find the actual package name. And usually you can just install those library dependencies with aptitude, just apt install, and then whatever the library is. So that's one way to approach it. But if you don't have luck with that, like some of the others are saying, usually Arch Wiki is a great place to go ahead and reference. we got people here spamming emojis. Well, hey, make sure to go ahead and at least hit that like button while you're spamming. Let's just avoid spamming too much so we can keep questions coming in. And if you have a Linux or programming question, please feel free to go ahead and post it in the chat. I'll try getting to it as soon as I can. All right, let's try continuing here. Got to time this guy right. All right, timed it better this time. Didn't lose big tucks. Pink snowball down, pink snowball down. Keep going here slowly. Got another one. See if this guy falls down. Great. Let's let the next snowball fall down as well. There you go. Spam that like button for me. Well, don't spam it too much because then you'll just end up not liking it. Man, we got another Another thought process on this. No spam, only ban. All right, let's see if we can't get that checkpoint this time. Oh, look at that. All to get 2 coins. A little trampoline, huh? All right. Get those icicles out of the way. Is Vim the ultimate text editor for programmers? All right. In my opinion, yes, it is. Vim comes with, well, it doesn't come with anything, but a basic text editor, but you can install so many plugins for it. It's actually insane. There's a website that lets you install those plugins. Let me see if I can't bring it up here. Vim plugins, and I think it's called Vim Awesome. Yes, check out Vim Awesome, and you will see a ton of plugins that you can install, and you can make it look better. You can do syntax highlighting for all sorts of languages. It is a very great resource. A lot of people don't know about this. Nano's all right, but again, I think Vim is very, very, very nice. Now, I do normally end up going with an IDE instead, just because for debugging purposes mainly, and it's a little bit easier to lay stuff out. But if you do spend enough time in Vim and customizing it, you can make it just as powerful as any IDE, and it's kind of cool to use. So that's my opinion on it. The best text editor for beginners, let's say in if you want to use a text editor through the GUI method, then I would go with Sublime Text. Otherwise, use Nano. Nano's pretty good for beginners. Fine Wine, great question. Thank you. AJ, I hope that answered your question as well. Thanks for posting it. Let's see if we can't time this. Oh, of course not. Oh, wow. Did you see that? That just made that guy freeze. I didn't realize you could do that. Huh. Checkpoint. All right. VS Codium. Yep, that's a really good one. Yeah, I agree with Sai. If you're brand new to programming and you don't want to completely give up right away, I would spend some time using an IDE instead of focusing too much on using anything else here. Let's get rid of these guys. All right. So now I'm supposed to get on this floating thing, of course. Golden, nice to have you here. Welcome to the stream. So the question is, what distribution would I recommend for a Linux beginner? Well, in my personal opinion, Ubuntu is the best there for a Linux beginner, just because there's so much documentation available. So if you get caught up in something and you don't know what you're doing, it's a really good place to start, because you can find all sorts of references from it. As soon as you Google something, the first, at least for Linux, usually the first solution to pop up is the Ubuntu solution. That's a great place to begin and learn, and then you can move on to other distributions after that. Just get the basics going. Figure out, all the little tools that are available, so applications that are different from Windows to Linux, and then start using the terminal a little bit, and those are really cross Linux, right? So you can use most packages, most programs, and most terminal commands in every single Linux distribution. Then you can go ahead and find something that suits your needs. Linux Mint is a very good one too. MX Linux as well. Again, I like Ubuntu just because of the vast documentation. All right, let's see if we can't get over on this thing. All right. Get away from this bomb. Let's take our time here. The very long number here, 626, isn't Papa West Ubuntu based? Yes, it is Ubuntu based. That's correct. It just has a different layout. That's all. No problem, Golden. It's Ubuntu based, but has their own little packages and own little tweaks and touches. But yes, actually, most of these that are being mentioned are Ubuntu based. I believe Linux Mint is also Ubuntu based, and I can't remember what MX Linux is. But most of these user-friendly Linux distributions, you'll see a pattern, and that pattern is that it's Ubuntu based. Yelala, thank you for joining here today. Nice to have you. Try Linux Mint, a good suggestion. Sai, very good suggestions. All right, let's see here. What are we going to do? We need to knock these guys out first. Time this platform a little bit. Then we got a couple ice cubes. There we go. Slow and steady here. Slow and steady. We still got big tucks. We're doing pretty well, I think, on this one. If you have a Linux or programming question, please make sure to go ahead and post it in the chat. I will be right back, and then we'll continue. All right. Oh, the Planck constant. Okay. I wouldn't have realized that, actually. That's pretty clever. There we go. That gives some ideas. How about the light constant? Do a speed run. Yeah, right. I can barely do the normal run. Everyone knows that has been watching so far up until here. If you're new and stopping by, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help support the channel. All right, see, that's what I'm talking about. Man, this is going to be rough. Timing that wrong, that's for sure. At least we have a checkpoint. Slid right off of that. All right. Hey, Savvy, what's the best IDE for Python? I haven't watched your Python tutorials yet. So I used VS Code. Yeah, I agree with AJ. I used VS Code for it. Plenty of extensions for Python. Now there is, what's it called? Let me look it up real quick. PyCharm, I think it's called. PyCharm is supposed to be very good for Python. It's very much based around Python. So check out PyCharm if you really want something that's completely based in Python. But otherwise, Visual Studio Code will get you there. Just don't spend too much time focusing on trying to get a nice IDE. Instead, just get to programming. I mean, if you have to use the terminal, use the terminal. But if you don't try, you're never going to start programming. Ouch. Wow, barely got across those. Freaked me out a little bit there. No, slipped off. Coding in WordPad, yeah. Okay, so it looks like you're missing the 32-bit architecture library. So I think, oh, what do we need there? Let's see if we can't find that. Yeah, it's acting like you need the 32-bit library for development. I can't remember how to install that off the top of my head, but you can look that up a little bit on Google. I'm sure you'll find it. Was doing pretty well there for a moment. Made it past that first one. I'm gonna have trouble getting past the rest of them though, I can tell already. Oh my gosh. It's not what I wanted to happen. All right. Seems like we can get here pretty easily, but after I got here, it's... Oh no. I'm not going to be able to get past that Golang. Haven't tried it out. Can't really mention anything on it. Thanks for the question, but I'm not so sure. What's Golang good for? What is it designed to do? Is it a web programming language? Is it a server-side scripting language? Is it a back-end language? What's Golang? Maybe you can fill me in on this one. Just one of those things I haven't messed with and wasn't paying attention. That was a very bad way to die. That's gonna cost me. Oh no. We're losing coins like madmen here. This is not good. All right. Not gonna get anywhere like this. The simplest part. It has multiple return values. It's an open source language. Okay. But what is it good for? Really use it for anything, so it's kind of like a C++ type of language where it's really universal. Not really meant for anything. Just a high-level object-oriented programming language. All right, made it past one guy. Yeah, can't time those at all. I don't know how I'm going to get past these. Gotcha. So it's one of those programming languages that Google created. Well, they're just trying to meddle in a little bit of everything, aren't they? Go language is fast. I'm sure it's fast, but is it faster than C and C++? All right. And I just fell off the other side. How great. Yeah, I was trying to time that and then got too excited and went down the other end. Yeah, we got the bloat master chiming in now. Apparently we can't use Golang. It's got too much bloat to it, and they're tracking us. That wouldn't be surprising for Google, though. I'll be right back. All right, back. All right. Back and glad to see Nick is still in the same position. Thanks for those words of encouragement there from Savvy Dev. And that's what I get for talking and playing. That's all right. We're about to lose this checkpoint anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Are we watching? Are we enjoying his struggle? That's hilarious. I sure am, let me tell you. System MD gets removed from both directories on Bedrock. Huh, interesting. I wonder if it's installing some kind of a different init system, and that's why you're missing it. Well, at least you figured something out with it. Let's see. Remove our Google, yeah. I'm sure that'll work. I wonder, let's see. Why do Arch users quote, I use Arch? I think it's just become a meme at this point, you know? It used to be like everyone who installed Arch was elite and they knew what they were doing with when it came to operating systems just because they could follow some instructions. And I think it's just kind of stuck around ever since. It's more of poking fun at people than anything at this point, I think. I think Go is good for beginners because it's kind of strict, so it forces you to learn things correctly. Yeah, I could see that, but why not use C then if you want something very strict? I just don't want to give the benefit of the doubt to Google and thinking that they have some kind of a great programming language. I think they're just trying to make money off of it, honestly. Let's see what else we got here. By the way, I use Arctic, so wow. Be careful, guys. We have a real power user in here. What else we got? Why Google forcing Kotlin on Android, making Dart for competing with it, and trying to replace Android with Fuchsia OS and go for universal. Why don't make one for all purpose? Yeah, well, that's the deal. I think they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket because they expect most of them to fail. So now if they open up multiple fronts of different programming languages, they're hoping one's going to make it, is my opinion on it. If you're new and stopping by, to go ahead and hit that like button for me. It really does help support the channel. You're saying it was difficult before when there was no proper documentation on what Golang? Is that what you're talking about? Because shouldn't that be like the absolute first thing that they need to do in order to get good, get users onto their programming language and using it? It's so backwards. First, focus on developing the programming language and supporting the users who use it with good documentation, and then you can focus on trying to capture a market. They just do everything haphazardly. Go's compiler is more efficient than C's. That's a very interesting. I'm gonna have to check out Go. Just because it's more efficient or more optimized doesn't make it quicker, though. It'd be interesting to run some tests using Go versus using C, C++, and see which one, communicates with the system quicker. This isn't good. Whenever we get to the checkpoint, I'm not going to have a lot of coins here available. Oh, wow. I totally misjudged that. Wasn't paying attention. Just ran right into the wall. I'm going to install Arch on a VBox and then use Bedrock on it. Which processor are you using, by the way, from Litchi here? I am using a AMD Ryzen 3700X. So I'm using AMD's processor. Got it on sale. Oh no. No. All right, what else? We got another question here. Philip, nice to have you here. Welcome to the stream. Make sure to go ahead and hit that like button for me. The question is, in Parrot OS, one package never upgrades. It says, and one not upgradable. What's wrong? What to do? Interesting. One not upgradable. What package is it? I'm interested. Maybe there's just something missing and it can't upgrade it because of dependencies missing. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll be right back. Please make sure to go ahead and post any questions in chat. All right. Continue playing here. Let this guy pass us. Perfect. Need some coins if I'm going to make it anywhere. Big tucks. Oh, little tucks. Let's let these snowballs pass. Savvy Pizza, man, pizza does sound good, doesn't it? All right, so let's go back through some of these questions here. Do you have any idea of making my own programming language? I suggest going to a university class to do that. there is actually ways to do it, and they kind of teach you how to go ahead and create a compiler in some university classes. But yeah, so it's interesting that the C++ output stream is quite slow on AMD. Printing 1,000 lines in Kotlin took 15 milliseconds, while 120 milliseconds in C++. Even if I tried buffering and didn't flush. Interesting. That's very interesting on an AMD 4500U. Wow. Well, that's a good test. I mean, yeah, maybe it is a little bit more optimized there. That's interesting. And you think that's related to the processor? So you think if you did it on an Intel, you'd be faster? Litchi. Let's see. What else we got? Got another question from what should I ask my mom so that she'll let me use Linux instead of Windows? That one's from CryptoCoder. All right, so I would say, yeah, either start with a virtual machine or WSL, and that way you're not affecting your computer at all. You're just running another computer inside your computer without changing up your computer. And then after you can show that you can install it on there, and you've spent some time figuring out whether or not it is something you want to use, then I just ask, hey, can I dual boot this thing, meaning run Windows and Linux at the same time? And maybe they'd be more comfortable with that instead of getting rid of Windows altogether. Hopefully that answers your question, CryptoCoder. Let's see. I need a real environment. Windows lags my PC to death. Yeah, like I said, so if you dual boot, you can show that for sure. Low spec, yeah, is she against Linux? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 64 gigs of space altogether. Man, that's not much. Well, I suggest, man, is there any way you could get another USB and make a persistent USB with Ubuntu or some Linux distribution on there, and then just show her around a little bit before you go ahead and commit? Maybe it'll make her more comfortable. I know, I felt like I was rapping there for a second. Computing. Dual booting is bloat because it causes issues. Bloatmaster has spoken again. Apparently you can't dual boot now, according to the rules. I'd say if you want to use elementary OS, why not just create a persistent USB with it, so That way you don't have to waste any of the storage space that you currently have on your computer, since you have such low storage space available anyway. And you could just kind of show first, learn it yourself and then show her how it's used. That way maybe you can convince her that it's not as bad as she thinks. Well, even one better, you can always just create a bootable disk and then get into the live image of that bootable disk and just show yourself around and use it temporarily. Now, it's not going to store any of your files or anything, but spend some time YouTubing, going on YouTube and finding videos for installing Elementary OS. I have one on my channel here. Let me... Yeah, you can search my channel. You can find a couple videos for Elementary OS. I would say don't install it, so don't follow like the second half of the video. Just create a bootable disk and boot into it, and then show yourself and her around a little bit. As far as a persistent disk and being able to boot more than one Linux distribution, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, you can create a persistent disk with multiple operating systems on it. Wow. Goofy. Just got the checkpoint, just wasted a bunch of money. Always good. Yeah, you would partition the disk just like anything. You'd basically create multiple root file partitions on your disk and you should be set. Oh man, I'm just not paying attention at all. You know, I do much better on these without the streaming. Is 32 gigabytes enough to go ahead and create a bootable disk? Yeah, it's more than enough. You'll probably need like 4 to 8 gigs, not 32, but that'll help if you want to create a persistent disk. But that will be plenty for the installer in the bootable disk. All right, I think we need to just collect a little bit of money now. Yes, 20 gigabytes is probably minimum if you're going to go ahead and install it directly on your computer, but if you're just using the bootable disk, 4 to 8 gigs is plenty. So it depends on what you're doing, of course. I'm just not getting anywhere with this. If you're new and stopping by to watch this video today, please make sure to hit that like button for me. It really does help support the channel. If you haven't already, please make sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Just trying to answer questions from users here that are trying to either use Linux and having problems using Linux, installing whatever, or any programming questions that you might have. I'm also answering those. As long as I know the programming language. And I'm also learning from you guys. Thank you so much. Golang. I gotta check that out later. I'm interested. Ooh, almost got caught there. Sai looks like he has thought about this before. Well, that was a waste. Complete waste. Instead of focusing on getting the checkpoint, I just went ahead and died instead. That's alright. We need more coins anyway. I say that and then I'm skipping like every coin I find. Snowball fall, come in. How to install PUBG so I can hack. Wish you got coins every time you killed one of these enemies here. That'd be nice, at least for me. I need the coins. Tux is poor right now. Oh, wow. It's not what I meant to do. All right. We got our checkpoint. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Huh. Is it possible to switch between multiple running operating systems without shutting on? No, I don't think that's possible. Unless you're running a virtual machine. Because you need the bootloader to interact with the system before you can actually load the system. So I don't see how you get away with doing that, at least in my mind. Oh, back to these guys, huh? Wow. Did not expect to get over that one. This is the farthest we've been so far. All right. Oh, got over the second one. Okay, now it's getting serious. All right. Now we gotta run. Oh man, I gotta make it all the way over there. Let's go! Made it. Barely, but made it. Thanks for the words of encouragement there. Oh, went a little bit too far there. Get a couple coins, that's enough. Let's keep going here. I see the icicles. Not going to trick me this time. We got to cross. We got to cross. So far, so good. Let's get a couple coins up here. All right. Okay, now this is just torture. Oh, wow. I don't think I can long jump this one. I'm thinking I gotta hit that third coconut head. I don't know what that thing's supposed to be, a nice coconut head. Oh man. So if I start, do a running jump, maybe I can make it to the third guy and then finish this out. I see the end. Just gotta make it. Be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Okay, so what do we agree on? Reinstall Ubuntu on your main PC and only use snaps. Why is that? You want me to torture myself? Is that what it is? Bloatmaster, isn't that a little bloat? Alright. Let's see here. So, long jump, huh? Should we think we can make it? I don't think we can make it. This is going to be a hard one. But, nevertheless, full send! And to the ground. Alright, so I figured out I can only make it about to the halfway point there. Oh man, I gotta start all over here again. At least I kind of know how to time the other guys. Gotten a little used to that. I'm hoping we can beat this level. What have we been going for about an hour now? Well, that was stupid. Try staying away from the bomb and then you just end up running right into it. And this is not good. I saw the end, and now I'm nowhere close to the end. Wow. If you have any Linux or programming questions, please make sure to go ahead and post them in the chat section. I'll try and answer those questions for you. All right, come on. We can finish this level. I'm sure we can. No, I'm not, but trying to convince myself. All right. Some ice cubes hanging out with us. Let's send it. Boom. All right. No. What did I do? 11 coins left. This is my last time to get through. Hey, Dexter. Nice to have you here. Any tips on how to get started on YouTube? All right. Yes, I do. Because I've been at this almost... oh shoot, a year now. I do have some tips if you want to hear them. I don't know if the rest of the chat wants to hear this, but hey, it's a valid question, right? So my first tip for crypto here, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I suggest having some kind of a subject that you like covering. Because if you don't like the subject that you're covering, you're not going to keep going and making videos. Another thing is don't get discouraged because at the beginning it's going to take forever to get views and to get people to subscribe. It took me months before I had oh shoot, even 10 subscribers. So keep posting, and the most powerful thing that will work for you is posting consistently and a consistent schedule. So what that means is choose 2 to 3 days where you will absolutely post a video, let your viewers know, and don't stray away from it. If you got to post those videos, either make a stockpile of them and then just post the videos, or get something out, whatever. And honestly, though, it's getting worse and worse as far as how many videos to be releasing per week. My suggestion is around 3 videos per week is really when I started seeing things grow. I was posting one every other day for quite a while, months on end. And that's when I saw the biggest growth in channel. But it's very easy to get discouraged at the beginning. And my suggestion is honestly just stick with it and be consistent. Those are the 2 most important things. There's no get a bunch of subscribers real quick, scheme. People talk about it on YouTube. I see it all the time. None of that works. None of it works. You can get lucky. You could have a viral video, and that's when you get a bunch of views and subs. But short of that, even that's not that great, because then you don't have a nice user base who's willing to interact with you and have fun, just like we're doing right now. I'm very, very grateful for everyone who's stopping by and watching this today. You're the true fans, of course, and I appreciate you supporting me. So hopefully that helps you a little bit there, Crypto. 7 subscribers so far. Hey, you got to start somewhere. Like I said, I started with 0. If you have other social media and you don't mind posting about it, about your channel, I would post it on any social media platform that you have. I was strictly reliant on YouTube, and I am to this day, because I don't really care to use any other social media. Good question. If you have some more specific questions, I don't mind answering them either. Also, we're trying to answer any Linux or programming questions that you might have, so go ahead and post them in the chat section if you want. Isn't that a little bloat? That sounds like the opposite logic of what you should be doing. Don't do that. All right, checkpoint. Seems like on average I need about an hour to beat a level. And then when I'm not streaming, I need about 15 seconds. Low spec Linux. Yeah, well, are you still you're still doing those? Great. So everyone, make sure to go ahead and check out Low Spec Linux Laptops channel. That's also another important thing. Look for a niche. Don't go into some oversaturated place where you can't get viewers, because they're all focused on the big guys. What sets you apart from the big guys? That's also something you should think about. So I did start looking into that because I got frustrated last time. In order to automate it, man, will that take forever. I mean, you basically have to build an AI with a neural network that learns how to use all the moves, and then you have to take it through a stupid amount of learning in order to get it to beat this thing. I think someone actually has a video on doing it with Super Mario. It's very fascinating, but talk about the amount of time you need to spend. It's not going to be happening anytime soon. I don't have that time right now. Litchi, I think he's trying to say just use like machine learning and AI in order to beat the level. So let the character be ran by the computer. That's not bad, Crypto Coder. No, if I just wouldn't have slid off the second part. Farhan, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by today. Good to see you. In crypto, I think you mentioned maybe doing streams for Python, or not Python, sorry, for Minecraft. That might be an oversaturated market. You might want to find something a little bit more niche in that. Maybe something that you can specifically do in Minecraft that no one else does right now. That would be the goal, because you got to set yourself apart from everyone else. And do I necessarily do that? No, I just do general tech videos, but I'm happy doing them. So if you're happy playing and you don't mind posting and spending that extra time, then it's all good. Otherwise, it's going to be hard to really get anywhere with that. Yeah, thanks. Nice to see you here too, Farhan. Why don't I Android? I don't have the time, that's why. Gotta pick and choose sometimes, and right now, I pick no Android. Oh no. Wrong time, wrong time. Doing gameplay on a Minecraft, I guess, server with 200 players at all times. Huh. And then what exactly is special about the 200? Is that some kind of like a battle royale thing? Is it you'll have to excuse my ignorance. I don't play Minecraft. Is that right? And then what am I going to do? Again, with the time problem. I think you got about half my issue solved for me. Oh no, the other one got me. 9 coins. Gotcha. So kind of like, yeah, factions. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Is there a bunch of other people doing that, or is it something niche that not a lot of people do? And also be careful, because if you have to be relying on others in order to make your content, that's handcuffing yourself. You don't want to do that either. If you have to depend on that private server and depend on those 200 people, I mean, what happens when they stop playing? Just some things to think about, that's all. Not saying it's a bad idea. Oh no. We're back to the beginning here. Gotcha. Do I do competitive programming? No, I don't do competitive programming for Han. That's... Whoa, what was... Oh no, that was 100 coins. Did you see that? There's 100 coins hanging out up there. Well, I got an idea. We're going to cheat the system. How do we... Okay. Alright, I guess we got to use this snowball in order to get up there. Oh no. Well, lost the snowball. Nope, can't get there. I think the only way to get up there is with the snowball. Yeah, competitive programming I find very interesting, and people who do that, it truly amazes me. It is really cool that that they spend the amount of time that they do learning how to really optimize programming. It's insane. All right, forget it. The 100 coins ain't worth it. I tried that for about 10 seconds there. At this point, if I can just pass this level, I'd be lucky. Gotta collect a little bit of coins at least if I'm gonna make it past the checkpoint. Hold off for those snowballs. If you have any Linux or programming questions, please feel free to post them in the comments section and or the chat section. Actually, just do it in chat because it'll be easier for me to read since we're streaming right now. I'm not sure if it's mine because I see it just fine in my control room, so I'm thinking it might be something with your internet. As far as I can tell, everything's okay. Let me check. Thanks for letting me know, though. Maybe we do have an issue. No, everything seems to be running just fine, but let me know if anyone else is having issues, please. All right. Let's destroy the bomb. Hang out here for a second. All right. Thanks for letting me know, everyone. I appreciate it. Mr. J, welcome. Let's see. Bug is the best player in competitive programming. Don't know who that is, but do they have a YouTube channel? I'm on. Oh gosh. All right, we got the bell here. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe below and hit that notification bell, just like Tux just did. For more Linux and programming videos, glad you're stopping by. If you're new, make sure to go ahead and hit that like button for me. It really does help me out, supports the channel. All right, we'll probably go for about 10 more minutes here, so if you got any questions, go ahead and post them in that chat section. I'll try answering them. We've already been streaming for over an hour and about 20 minutes. I'm going to end it about an hour and a half here. Got to go do some other stuff, of course. Glad to see a lot of familiar faces as well as some new members. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. All right. That was horrible timing. Oh, wow. It's bad timing, too. No, I didn't fully commit there. Oh. Savvy Dev's really giving me some trouble here. Probably should have given up about an hour ago. But here's to being stubborn. At least we're having fun answering some questions, right? I hope. Is it better to go underneath these guys? Open RC on Ubuntu, huh? Actually, I've wanted to try that for quite a while. Wow. The pink snowball got me of all the things. Oh no. Yeah, I've had kind of a similar experience there. I feel like it is faster. But I haven't really done any tests in order to prove it. So that would be my goal. All right, well, looks like I started over here. Maybe for the next stream, I'm going to go ahead and just attempt to go ahead and beat out this ice level. That way, we start on a brand new environment. Whatever's next, I don't know. Desert, grassland, whatever. System analyze blame. What's that? What is that exactly I'm on? Dab, 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 dab. Got Tux dabbing, waiting. All right, come on, Tux. And I failed to hit the space bar. What about supervisor? What about supervisor? That's really just a daemon system that can help you daemonize certain applications. Or not certain applications, almost any application. But it's kind of like, the closest thing I can relate it to is maybe Monet. Why not modify Tux and give him wings to fly away? Yeah, at this point I need Tux to be able to fly. That way I can just fly through the whole entire level without having to even accomplish it. That'd be great right now. Because I'm not having any luck. Maybe we could have a pigeon instead of a penguin. Just for a little bit. Do I use the deep web? Farhan, have you asked this question before? Someone's asked that question before. We went through this already. No, I don't use the deep web. All right. Nadim Yeah, it can be a little bit intimidating to start out, especially if you're brand new to Linux. But it is a great learning experience if you want to learn about how and what the install process contains to installing an operating system like Linux. It's a great learning experience, but if you're brand new to Linux, I do suggest just spending some time with one of the lesser less hard installs like Ubuntu or something like that has a graphical method of installing Linux instead of just jumping into that mess. But thanks for checking it out. Oh wow, what's this? Oh, this is the one where we can fly for a bit. Oh, come on. Let's see. Shawshank. Yeah, the neural network isn't gonna work out. I started spending some time looking things through to figure out how I can make an AI for this deal, and train a neural network with machine learning, and that's gonna take quite a while. Some guy spent about a year and a half developing something for Mario, not Mario, Super Mario. I don't have that time, sadly. Well, didn't time that right. All right, I'm just going to focus on some questions here. And if you do have any questions, please post them in the chat section. I'm going to go ahead and just take a few more questions here before ending the stream. We just got a couple minutes left before I have to go. So I appreciate everyone coming in and watching the stream today. It's been real fun. I do enjoy playing Tux here and answering questions with you. We seem to keep getting more and more members as well as more and more viewers on these live streams. So I hope to have, or I hope to continue doing them here in the future. I'm going to shoot for every Saturday, and maybe we get a bonus one like we did today on Sunday. So think of your questions all week, and then if you don't mind, write them down and then ask them away here. System Analyze Blame. That's an interesting package. I'm going to have to go ahead and check that out. Sounds really cool, Aman. Thank you for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so when you say it's not open source, though, what is not open source? And yeah. So go ahead, post your questions real quick if you have any before I leave here, and I will be right back. All right, back. Nadim, we have a question from Nadim. Nick, choose one, Ubuntu or Fedora? I would have to go with Ubuntu. Fedora, I hear it's very nice for gaming purposes, but if I'm going to have to stick to one system where I can figure out how to use Linux and how to advance more in Linux, Ubuntu is going to be it, because most of the questions are answered directed towards Ubuntu Linux than any other operating system here in Linux. So I would have to definitely go with that. Yes, you're correct, Keshley. Red Hat OS is an enterprise level operating system that is paid for. Now, you can get away with using some other ones. I think we have CentOS, which is also Red Hat Linux, let's see, based. So let me see if I can pull that up. So CentOS is, yeah, so it's an upstream open source Red Hat Enterprise Linux version. So CentOS, if you want that. There is another one, I just can't remember off the top of my head what it was. That's also based off of Red Hat. Fedora. That would make sense, actually. So yeah, Fedora is also Red Hat Linux based. But yeah, those two are two that you can select from that are free to use. And they're developed. One of them actually is developed by Red Hat, I think. It's just the free version of Red Hat Linux. The difference is Red Hat Enterprise Linux is, of course, an enterprise Linux software, so it's available for production with support and all that fun stuff, and that's what you're paying the extra money for. If you're a corporation, it makes sense. It makes really good sense to go with RHEL. All right. What about Parrot Security OS? What do I think about? So Farhan, great question. Thank you for posting that. What I personally think about it is lately I've been having a lot of trouble with Parrot, and I used to really like Parrot. I used to like Parrot over any of the other security OS OSs available in Linux. But lately I've read through a lot of comments with people having issues installing, getting Grub to work. So I'm going to hold off until Parrot OS 5.0 to even use it again. I'm just tired of it. So otherwise, I think it's a great security distribution. I think it's personally better. I just like the layout better than I do Kali Linux. It's underused right now. So that's what I think. Oh, great. I got bloat after me. This is actually Firefox. Oh, I see what you're saying. Why am I using Google instead of DuckDuckGo? My bad. Old habits die hard. Farhan, I think we're gonna get privacy, security issues, and bloat issues. Man, there you go. Spyware. Guessed it. Okay, Clamby. Philip, looks like you're having a little bit of trouble. Signatures are outdated, but in settings, I chose update signatures automatically. Interesting. Maybe just for some reason it's failing to update. Maybe you can manually go ahead and do that yourself. Aman, I am from the United States. Oh, we got a few questions coming in. Great. Vanilla Debian, yeah, that's a nice distribution to. It's a great distribution to go with, and it is really cool how they don't have much on it. Keshley, that's funny. Jupiter, huh? All right. Well, if we're done with questions, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Appreciate everyone coming in and watching this stream today. It's been fun. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe below. Hit that notification bell for more streaming opportunities here. Interestingly enough, YouTube looks like it's having some trouble, so it's trying to tell me to get out of here. We're losing our connection for some reason. So if you are experiencing issues with the stream, sorry about that. But yeah, let's go ahead and call it here. Subscribe below, hit the notification bell for more Linux and programming videos here in the future, as well as these streams every weekend. Thank you again for coming. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. It really does help support the channel. It brings new users in, and it's very nice. So, thank you. Catch you in another stream.